Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. I came across this video from Goddess Mia, the beautiful black woman. Now, the problem is that most people do not speak up when something happens in their community. I don't know why. They don't speak up. They most times wait for a black person to pick it up before they speak on it. And when you look, I went to search on this only to find out that very few people are talking about it. I am going to say a very big shout out to my people. You know why I'm saying shout out to them? Is because a black person will never keep quiet when something like this happens. And that is also one of the reasons why you are where you are today. Let me tell black people something from everything that I have gathered about black history, black trauma, everything is that if you all had been keeping quiet, black people won't be here. I said what I said. Black people are where they are today because they do not shut their mouth. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. But when it is open, there are a lot happens. So this Ann Coulter came out to say that they did not unalive enough Indians. Are you for real? Are you for real? That a Christian woman, a Christian nation, this kind of talk is coming up from a woman. That is to tell you that they are ready for more. You all better be careful. Let's get into this video.
What is wrong with y'all? Disgusting descendants of dried turkey. The ghoul that is Ann Coulter. What is wrong with the MAGA community? A cesspool of inbred, disgusting ghouls. What is wrong with y'all? We didn't unalive enough Native and Indigenous people, so 55 million wasn't enough? Why are you guys so fucking genocidal? I cannot believe I walk on the same planet with you disgusting pieces of dog doodle after 2 weeks and it turns white. That's what you guys are. You nasty pieces of fucking shit. Why are you guys like this? Ugh. Y'all repulse me. You make my skin crawl. Knowing that you're still walking on this planet. My goodness. And then this piece of shit here said she's just saying what everyone is thinking. Who's thinking like that except for genocidal sociopaths? And she's a conservative Canadian Catholic mom. This is what Jesus preached? This is the teachings of Jesus? To be genocidal? There's not enough words in the English language that can describe how disgusting you guys are to me. You repulse me. The fact that you guys still walk on this planet physically makes me ill. Y'all are the scum of the fucking planet. You are the shit stains of the fucking planet. And I hope when Ann Coulter finally meets her day, when she goes to the spiritual realm, that all the Native and Indigenous people are there waiting for her. You disgusting Karen.
Hey colonizer. That was Ann Coulter responding to a clip of Dr. Melanie Yazzie discussing how decolonization is the answer to all the problems that settler colonialism put into motion.
Liberation struggles and the movements that seek a world of justice, equality, and peace, that seek to dismantle the United States. I hope you seek to dismantle the United States. And if that isn't your politics, okay? I speak as if everybody has this commitment. And the thing is that you should listen to Indigenous people when they're telling you that this is the goal. And that not only is this the goal, but this is the starting point. Because I think Nick articulated this very clearly. Decolonization is the only thing that is going to save us as a species, is the only thing that's going to save us as a planet. And everyone should just be on board with it, no questions asked.
You see, Ms. Yazzie said, for liberation movements who are seeking equality, justice, and peace, we need to dismantle the United States. And if your immediate response to that is, we didn't kill enough Indians, that is what we need to dismantle. That is white supremacy. Her response is an attack on Indigenous knowledge. Because if people really began to listen to Indigenous scholars, healers, water protectors, land defenders, the foundations of settler colonialism begin to crack. So when Dr. Yazzie says decolonization can save the world, she's not being radical. She's being real. Because the systems that were built upon our genocide, capitalism, white supremacy, greed extraction, they're destroying the world. And this is why Indigenous scholarship and resistance is necessary. Coulter and many others weaponize the words in an attempt to silence us. But we won't be silenced, because we are powerful, we are disruptive, and our future is sacred. So no, you didn't kill enough, because we are still here. And we're not going anywhere. If you would like to learn more from Dr. Melanie Yazzie, please follow her and her team on the Red Nation podcast. You'll find
The ghoul that is Ann Coulter. What is wrong with the MAGA community?
So yesterday, that scarecrow Ann Coulter posted this racist ass shit. We didn't kill enough Indians. And my first thought is, well, yeah. It's not shocking at all. She felt completely empowered to post something like that because there are literally millions of Americans and Canadians who feel the exact same way. We have been telling you and telling you that racism is real, that it is alive and well today. She just said the quiet part out loud. And as long as there are people who share her thoughts and feelings, people like this will always feel empowered to say and do racist things. Denying that these countries are racist is only empowering racist and racist actions and thoughts and words. So quit saying that racism isn't real, because you only need to look at the worst among you to see that it's very real. Oh, and by the way, Anne, you're right. You didn't kill enough of us. In fact, you couldn't kill enough of us. We're still here, and we're not going anywhere. And you have to deal with us.
Danjo, dagote, buenas tardes, good evening, all that shit. I don't even care. That's how pissed I am. Today I have lost all patience for human beings in this country. And what I mean by that is that for decades, because since I was young, I have been saying that Republicans are racist. And people are like, not all Republicans. And I say yes, and then people get mad. And then the topic came up about Trump, and I'm like, all Trump supporters are white supremacists. Not all. Yes, all. And there's just, I need the gaslighting to stop. And the reason is what I'm about to show you. So to start, we have Laura Loomer the other day talking about alligator Alcatraz, which I'm calling alligator Auschwitz, and saying the good news is alligators are guaranteed at least 65 million meals if we get started now. The Latino population in this country is around 65 million. So this is a conservative pundit advocating for genocide. There's no way around this. That is what she stated. She doesn't care about whether they're undocumented or documented. That number was the total number of Latinos living in this country. Now, I know other people have been bringing this up, but there's a reason why I'm just touching on it now, because of course another conservative maiden decided to chime in with her bigotry. Ann Coulter, good old scarecrow Ann Coulter, whom we love to hate, in response to a Socialism 2025 conference talking about the destruction of America, we didn't unalive enough Indians. And this is what I mean. They are saying the quiet part out loud now. I mean, they kind of have been for a while, but they're getting bolder. And that's what I mean by all conservatives are racist. Because where's the conservative outcry? Where's the outrage? Where is any Republican denouncing this rhetoric? Calling for genocide. Calling to exterminate Latinos and Indigenous people. Now, people could say this is being hyperbolic, but in what universe is this acceptable? And why is nobody from that side saying anything? The reason is because this is white nationalism run rampant. It is no longer socially unacceptable to be a white nationalist. So they are emboldened by the fascists we have in the White House. And the reason why these other conservatives who claim they care about fiscal responsibility and religious morality, the reason why they are quiet is because this is low-key what they want. They do want white nationalism. Even the brown and black people who betray their communities and vote Republican. Again, this is not an endorsement of the Democratic Party. Please stay with me, okay? But they want white nationalism also. The thing is that they think that they're going to be chosen, that they're going to get picked at the end of the day, and that it's all the rest of us, us ruffians, who are, you know, the problem. But this is what I mean about why they are quiet, and why they sanction this is because that's what they want in their core. Now, maybe they wanted a more palatable version. They wanted something a little cleaner, but they're not saying anything because they agree. On some level, maybe they don't necessarily agree with, you know, the unaliving of all of us, but they agree with getting rid of us. They don't want us here. That's why they're quiet. Now, as a leftist working in the nonprofit and community spheres, I'm often told that I'm too radical and I need to toe the line, or I need to tone it down because we have to work with people from different parties and different walks of life. I want people to have basic human rights, and that is deemed radical. How the fuck is this not? Additionally, when you juxtapose this with what they are doing with alligator Alcatraz, the reason why I say alligator Auschwitz is because I want you to look at these images. This is an image inside the facility, and I use that term very loosely, in Florida. And this is inside the concentration camp at Flossenburg. Not much of a difference. So when people are talking to you about fascism and authoritarianism and the fact that we are dealing with what could be considered an ethnocide, like, you have to stop saying that we're being hyperbolic. You have to stop gaslighting people who are ringing the alarm. History repeats itself for the mere reason that people are quick to forget. Our collective consciousness in this country has amnesia. And it's not that we forget the major events, it's that we're ignorant to what steps led to the major events. Because the Holocaust didn't happen overnight. Genocide never happens overnight. There are steps to it. I will not be gaslit. I will not listen to anything that puts conservatives in a positive light, because they cannot even do one simple thing, like saying genocide is wrong. Pick your side of history. And those of you who have a lot to say about immigrants on this app, you know what? Go fuck yourselves. How about that?
Laura Loomer, Caroline Levitt, aka KKK Barbie, and Ann, perfect examples that beauty really comes from within. And when you're a hateful and nasty person, you are going to age like spoiled milk. Okay? You cannot tell me these three women are their age. Look at them. Do you see it? Do you see it? That's why I say, when you don't give problems, you're going to be fine. You're going to barely age. But when you're problematic and hateful, this is your future right here. So I don't know. I'm just saying, like, being a nasty person doesn't pay off. I'm just saying.
Besties, I'm going to show you something that my daughter just showed me. And Ann Coulter, you should not be walking the face of the earth. How can you call yourself a woman? Like, you are a disgrace to all womanhood. You're a disgrace to humanity in general, honestly. The person in that picture is Professor Melanie Yahtzee. Professor Yahtzee was discussing decolonization as a path to saving the planet. And then on X, suddenly people are talking mad shit. Like, maybe we didn't kill enough Indians. I don't think Anne should be walking the face of the planet. Anywho, I digress. Chuck Hoskin, the principal chief of the Cherokee Nation, did come out with a statement, a absolutely egregious comment that she made, and the Lakota Nation is in support of this. As a Chickasaw Scottish heritage individual, I am absolutely over it. I am so over these Christian nationalists walking around saying shit like their shit doesn't stink and acting like they are these supreme individuals and that the things that they're doing are just going to bring them closer to the great God Almighty, when in fact it does not. I am appalled that there are people that are walking around on this planet and saying these things and doing these things, and there are people who are eating it up like it's their last goddamn meal. The ignorance that is being spewed all over the place. Like, I get it. Anne has a college degree. She got a degree in law. That doesn't make her fucking smart. It just means that she passed. And, you know, if she thinks that all these things that she's saying with her Christian nationalist agenda and that it's going to get her closer to, you know, the Trump God, maybe it will get her closer to the Trump God. Maybe she could stick her head further up his ass and suck out all the whatever else is up in there. However, it is not going to get you into heaven, sister. In my belief system, like, if you're a Christian, you're going straight to hell with all that. In my belief, though, in my world, when you do egregious things like that, and you say egregious things like that, you don't go anywhere. You're either going to be stuck here, or your soul's going to cease to exist. And I've seen both. And I'm going to get involved in politics now. Fuck you cunts. You're going to wish you never met me.
So, as a dungeon master, it's my job to create villains that are so heinous, so evil, that the players have no choice but to go after them. And I just don't think I could have even come up with the concept of the descendants of genocidal maniacs standing up in front of the entire world and saying, we didn't enough of them. What happened to empathy? What happened to love? What happened to restraint, even? Let's say I did have the genius idea of creating such an evil villain, and I told my players to write something out to say why they're going against them. I think it'll sound something like this. We're coming for everything you tried and failed to take from us. And it's so very nice to know you not only see it, you understand the inevitability of how it will end. So no, you didn't enough Indians. And once this illegal occupation by your illegitimate government collapses, it will be as it always was since time immemorial, until long after your bodies return to the soul of our ancestors. We are still here.
So Ann Coulter posted this on Twitter. They are so brazen and bold with Trump's Nazi regime in office. They don't care. They're just coming right out and saying what they've wanted to say for years. Anytime I hear Ann Coulter's name, it reminds me of this Family Guy episode where Lois goes to work at Fox News.
We're very excited to have you.
Well, I'm excited to be here. Oh, this is my dog, Brian. He was just dying to see the studio.
Well, hi there, Brian. How's it going, Adolf? I'll have you know my grandparents died in the Holocaust. No, I'm just joking. They were there, though.
This whole place just feels like a warm blanket.
I'll show you to our daycare facility shortly. But first, let's have a look around. This is our control room, where we have the ability to monitor up to 500 different news stories in any given hour.
What's that big button do?
Oh, that's kind of fun. It emits a noise that only Al Gore can hear. There it is again.
It's probably just wind, honey.
It's not the wind. And this is the kitchen. We've got all kinds of snacks and cold drinks in here.
I don't see the refrigerator.
Oh, we just use Ann Coulter.
There's never anything good in here.
Get it? Because she's a frigid Nazi bitch.
So, a professor at the University of Minnesota, Melanie Yazzie, was giving a speech on decolonization, and Ann Coulter on Twitter had the thought, and then wrote it out on a public platform: "We didn't kill enough Indians." I'm just fucking pissed. I'm pissed about everything going on. I'm so sick and tired of the dehumanization of people, of the violent attacks, what's happening to immigrants in this country, the snatching of bodies, the disappearance of people. I'm just so over it. This is colonization in the most real way, and in such a visceral, ugly way. And it makes me so freaking sad and angry. You know, I talk about this stuff a lot. I think about this a lot. You know, white supremacy harms everybody, and the white folks who take to their platforms and spew hate and that are a part of these violent attacks and the ideology, believe the ideology behind it, are going to suffer. We are all related, honey. So whatever you do to my community, whatever you do to other communities, it will impact you. It will come back on you, if not in this lifetime or the next lifetime. I'm actually really sad for these folks, because what we're seeing happening is a replay of the trauma in their own communities, where they have killed each other for centuries and centuries and centuries, and have never dealt with their own pain. They've never got to a place of healing in order to be able to stop these cycles of violence. So all you know is murder. All you know is killing and taking and conquering. That's all you know. And what a sad existence for a group of people. And it's just so disheartening that my community, which does so much work around truth-telling and healing, and we're not doing it just for our own selves, we're doing it for this country. We are actually the ones working to make America great, okay? Because we are trying to tell the truth about our history, so we stop repeating it, so we can actually be a nation that lives into the values that we express. And so I'm just really sad, and I wanted to share that today. And I am going to channel my rage and hurt and anger toward my work to move resources to folks who are on the front lines of this fight. And I am going to outlove these people. I'm just so baffled. And I just want to say I love you to my Native people. I love you. And we are living in a country that thinks of us as savages and wants to disappear us, but they couldn't do it before and they won't do it this time. Just much love to you. The joy that we have, they didn't give it and they can't take it away. Everybody be well.
Just your friendly reminder that your alt-right family members empower folks like this to basically perpetuate this hate against folks like me and her directly. We have these 231 calls to justice in Canada that nobody seems to care about.
Truth be, see, I said it before these people started getting into power. Black people said it, that what everybody is going to see if this happens will shock everybody. It's not like it's shocking to them. His shock is not shock. They are not in shock. But everybody's actually feeling the heat of MAGAs being in power. This was one of the reasons why they called out everybody to do the needful. And it fell on a deaf ear. Sincerely speaking, the other day was Lauren Boomer, right? Lauren Loomer, right? Today is Ann Coulter. Like, See, I don't know if you are trying to impress the person that employed you or the person that put you in the position where you are. But these people that said that they are Christian nationals, they are evil. I said what I said. These people do not know God. Why would a human being come out to say such a thing, say something like this, that she did not unalive? Like, how? I don't know how they sleep at night. I don't know if they just go to bed and boom, sleep. Because I am not doing evil and I don't sleep. Then the evil ones, looks like they are not having problems sleeping. Because why would someone come out to say something like this? This is very distasteful. It is not okay. Now, this is an eye-opener because a lot of people will continue to probably cover up some people's evil. Because why do you have to cover up some evil? Right? Put it out so people will see. The problem I am having with all these people is that they are not vocal enough. Because when I saw this video, who actually started the stitch? It's Goddess Mia. Goddess Mia is a black woman. When you go on social media and search Ann Coulter's what she said, you are seeing very few people talking about it. The problem is that you all are not talking about what is going on in your community, the things they said to you. I don't know why, because maybe you guys are afraid, but there is no need being afraid, because the black people that stood all up for themselves till this very moment, if it's not because of their bravery, trust me, I don't know where black people would have been today. I said what I said, and this is absolutely true. It's either you take it or you leave it. You can also argue in the comment section. That is also fine, My comment section is always open for you to say whatever you want to say. Black people are where they are today is because they do not close their mouth. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. When you close your mouth, trust me. When you close your mouth, trust me, it dies. The problem, the things you are supposed to dies. But when you speak, when you talk, at least let people know what is going on, what you people are going through. So shout out to my people for always boots on the ground, like standing tall. Because it is from I don't know, but sometimes I am like, how did I even start talking about Black history? I don't know. But the kind of courage you all have given me to speak out, not just everywhere there is need to speak out. You don't have to keep quiet. When you keep quiet, the problem will not be solved and other people will make that mistake. Speak up. We understood what happened during election because you all did actually not vote right. I said what I said. They did not vote right too. But we said, okay, because of past stories, the things they have been through and all that, black people, let's keep them aside. Right? Black people did not bother a lot about them and other things. But you all have to talk. Speak up. It is from speaking that people will get to know. And when you speak, they know, oh yeah, they are no longer scared. But we have to mind how we speak, how we talk. The problem with white supremacy is that the people that are doing it know what they are doing. Sometimes I sit back and ask, which God are they serving? Because all these people are the ones that will go to church on Sunday and start screaming, disturbing church roof. Disturbing church roof that is resting. And they tell you, we are a Christian nation. Know what? You all do not know God. Because someone that said something like this is also willing and ready to do more. Man, I am disgusted by these people. Bye for now.